Now some in-depth coverage of the Republican National Convention. Joining us is Mark Zaccaria, the former chairman of the Rhode Island Republican Party. Good morning to you, Mark. Thanks for coming in.
Good morning. Thank you.
Do you wish you were there? I guess that's my first question.
Yes and no. It's a tremendous amount of effort, costs a lot of money to do what everyone kind of knows in advance is going to be done. I was the leader of the delegation 4 years ago when I was chair of the party, and I had plenty of that work at that time, so I'm happy to be here watching from afar.
So what do you make of what's going on here? Obviously there's a lot of controversy, whether it is or it isn't, about plagiarism. First it was Mrs. Trump and now his son last night. Is this just a whole bunch of mud being stirred up perhaps by the other side, or are there legitimate concerns about these speeches that are being given?
Yes to both questions. Obviously this is the time when the red team and the blue team go at each other, and whatever team you're on, the other team's a bum. The fact, though, is that all presidential campaigns grow exponentially at a very, very rapid rate, starting at about the convention. And that's what's happening to the Trump campaign, which starts out much smaller than anyone I've ever seen before. So there are people who don't have procedures because none have been written. There aren't supervisory lines because they haven't been put together. All of these things lead to somebody getting an assignment at the last second and having no choice but to come close. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to
accuse anybody of anything, but
or to let the speechwriters off the hook. They screwed up, and they did a disservice to the party, to the candidate, and certainly to the candidate's wife. The fact is that it's all part of a machine that is growing so quickly that that there's all kinds of problems, and when you have multiple moving parts like that, you get problems, and you'll see problems like that next week.
So would you say that there's really not a lot of organization right now with Donald Trump's campaign as of yet? Is it a little disheveled at this point still, even though we're almost...
No, I wouldn't say that. I would say that its organization is growing into what it needs to become.
So they're trying to figure out what they're doing.
Everyone who's ever managed a growing company understands that you're busy bursting out of your confines at every single moment if you're throwing off cash. Right now, he's the guy for the Republican side, and he needs to get lots and lots of things he doesn't have. He needs to have staff workers on the ground. He needs to have people in his brain trust at headquarters, and they all have to be doing something for him, and that's not as well defined as it's going to be.
Because he'll just start firing people, because we know who Donald Trump, what he'll do.
Well, I'll confess, for a guy whose tagline is "You're fired," I'm surprised that we haven't had a public hanging with whoever wrote Melania's speech.
We've got 30 seconds left. Just your thoughts going forward with Trump's campaign. Do you think he has a legitimate shot at becoming the next president?
I think he does, because he's touched a nerve in America. Okay? The fact of the matter is that Americans are ready to clean house. I certainly hope that's the case in Rhode Island. I think nationwide it is also the case. I think that people see a sameness between the two parties at the national levels, and they want to feel differently. I think we're tired of having a bad economy, and we want leadership. And whether he can deliver it or not, that he says he does may very well propel him into the Oval Office. All
right. Thank you, Mark. Great stuff. If you'd like to see more of this interview and more about the campaign in itself, just head to our website, WPRI.com.